Yahusha, give us vision. Give us visions in a cold place. In a cold place. Yahusha, give us vision. Give us visions in a cold place. Cold place. Yahusha, give us visions. Give us visions in a cold place. In a cold place. Yahusha, give us
Shalom, shalom. My name is Hassan Sirach, and this is Selah Sundays with Sirach. Before I begin, I want to say eternal honors to Yahushua Mashiach, who is the head of my life. He is the reason why I live, breathe, move, and have my being. Also, infinite honors to our Malakim, our Maleks, who the Most High has chosen and brought to us for such a time as this. Double honors to our Mushalim, who are dedicated, focused, committed, and resolved within themselves that they're going to serve Abba Yahuwah and lead the people of Abba Yahuwah in his ways. Double honors to our Zakins and our Hagabir as well. Total Rabbah for restoring wisdom to our people through the voices of our elders and our imams. On today, I want to talk about the importance of listening. I want us to dedicate time to Selah on listening. The Most High tells us to meditate on His Word day and night. And it's important to understand that meditation, it involves focus and concentration. But in addition to that, listening is also a very important aspect of meditation. Mindful listening is imperative. So what is mindful listening? Mindful listening is a way of hearing without judgment, criticism, or interruption. At the same time, we are fully aware of internal thoughts and reactions that may get in the way of effective communication. When you meditate, you are seeking to gain a deeper understanding or searching for a hidden meaning. It's also possible that in your meditation, you are reflecting and processing what the Most High desires for you to take away from His Word. In either case, you have to listen. We have to learn how to listen externally and also mindfully. The scriptures talk about listening in great detail. The Most High tells us in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19, that we have to be slow to speak and quick to listen. The Most High also tells us in the book of Luke, chapter 11, that we are blessed when we get to a place where we can hear and obey.
I see a woman. See a woman like an older woman.
In the book of Psalms,
And it made a decision.
chapter 116, the word says, I love Abba Yahuwah, for he heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy, because he turned his ear to me. I will call on him as long as I live. Proverbs 16:20 tells us that whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in Abba Yahuwah. Understand that whoever hears the words of Abba Yahuwah and puts them into action or practice is like a man, a wise man, who built his house on the rock. And lastly, in Revelation chapter 3, the word of Abba says, here I am at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person, and they with me. Understand that we have to listen to his instructions. We have to steal away with Abba Yahuwah, concentrate and seek him. And as he talks to us, listen. There is so much that the Most High has in store for us. But oftentimes we miss out because we don't listen to him. We don't listen to Abba Yahuwah. We don't listen to our Moleks. We don't listen to our Mushalim. We don't listen to those who Abba Yahuwah has sent us. We are not listening. Now you may say, hold on, Sirach. I am listening. I do hear. I'm processing what is being said to me. And so I want to dedicate time to going over different ways that we listen, or different types of listeners. Please search yourselves in today and ask yourself, what kind of listener am I? Selah. Selah. What is the psychology of listening? The most basic of all human needs is to understand and be understood. And the best way to understand is to listen to them. What is listening? We are in a season where we have to return to the basics line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. Every word has to be broken down and dissected. Even a concept as simple as listening. Because if people truly understood what it means to listen, we would have healthier communication. So what is listening? Is it to hear the words that someone else is saying? Is it to nod politely and wait for your turn to speak? The dictionary definition of listening is to give attention with the ears closely for the purpose of hearing. One of our greatest downfalls when it comes to listening is selective hearing. Chances are you've been in a situation where you said something to someone, but it feels as though they're only picking out certain bits that they want to hear. What causes selective hearing? Why is it that there is miscommunication? How is it that we can all be in the same room, talking on the same subject matter, but all leaving with a different interpretation? How is it that we can all be in Shabbat, listening to the same message, or at a Moed, hearing the same message, but all leaving with our own interpretation? It could be your listening style. So what is your listening style? Are you an active listener? A person who is an active listener, they listen to someone with their full attention while actively moving to encourage further speaking through their body language, such as nodding their heads or saying things such as, understood, got you. And they physically show interest. Are you a appreciative listener? An appreciative listener actively listens to someone while looking for opportunities to praise and share an appreciation for what is being said. For example, listening to an athlete talk about running and then giving them praise for their skills. As the word of Yahuwah is going forth, we want to listen actively, but also we want to have appreciation, express that for the fact that the Most High is showing us the hidden mysteries of His word through His prophets. Are you an attentive listener, showing active attention to someone while making sure to listen to all words and inflections? Listening is not just about hearing the words, but also being mindful of the voice inflections, the body language, and sometimes the deeper meaning of what is being conveyed. There are some people that are biased listeners. A biased listener listens to someone, but only through their personal biases and preconceived judgments that they already have. Some people are critical listeners. They listen, but with the intent to criticize, evaluate, or judge what someone is saying. Are you a dialogic listener? Do you listen with the intent to ask questions or to seek a deeper understanding of what someone is saying? We want to explore all these different areas to better understand whether or not you're listening. And if you are listening, why are some things getting lost in translation? Some people are evaluative listeners. An evaluative listener listens with the intent to criticize, evaluate, or judge what someone is saying. It's very similar to a critical listener. And an active listener is similar to false listening, where the person pretends to listen and give attention, but their mind, their hearts are far off. If you were or are an informative listener, you are listening to understand and get meaning from what is being said. In order for us to ascend, we have to listen for the purpose to understand and gain meaning of what is being said. Are we reflective listeners? Listening to a conversation and then actively repeating back what the other person is saying. A person who is a therapeutic listener listens with the intent to understand the emotions of someone and to act empathetically towards them. Remember that you don't have to know all these different listening styles. You may find that you may present with a few of what was mentioned. But the thing that we want to keep in mind is this. We want to utilize the right listening style and make sure that it fits the conversation. In addition to that, we also want to identify any type of listening styles that can cause us to miss out on key and important details from the speaker. We want to even learn how to listen to ourselves. Listen to the inner voice during meditation. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to your body. Listen as you meditate. Understand the style of listening that is important. Because if you're not utilizing the right listening style, then you're not going to receive the instructions, and you're not going to complete the task or successfully complete the task because you're missing out on key points. As we are listening to ourselves mindfully, let us engage in therapeutic listening. Let us also be appreciative of what the Most High is revealing to us in our meditations. Let us be attentive. In addition to that, let us be informative listeners as well. Hallelujah. And as we leave that place of meditation, let us be reflective listeners. Reflecting back on what was spoken to us and mentioned to us. Reflect back. I pray that this discussion was helpful. I pray that we learn how to listen to understand. I pray that we understand or get to a place where we realize that listening is extremely important. They say that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And it was said that the reason why is because we need to listen twice as much as we speak. So still your heart and your mind on today. Selah. Bring awareness first to yourself. Realize your own judgments and biases towards yourself. Learn how to listen to the needs and expectations of others, your leaders. So many people are struggling right now. And it's not because they're not hearing, but they're listening on the wrong channel. They're on the wrong frequency. As you enter a conversation, go in there understanding and knowing the type of listening that's needed. When I enter a session with my clients, therapeutic listening and reflective listening puts me on the same frequency as my clients, where they feel heard, validated, and also where we can do effective work. Be on the right frequency. Don't listen on channel 4 if your speaker is on channel 3. Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom, and much ahaba to you all. Again, my name is Hassan Sirach, and I'm your RV therapist, and this is Selah Sundays with Sirach. And also, too, every Sunday morning, our Meleks will go live and share powerful food, meat for us to digest. Let us listen. Let us reflect. Let us be attentive so that we can receive. In the matchless name of Yahushua Mashiach. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.